Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michaela. It's nice to meet you. For those of you who do know me, what's up, how's it going, what's poppin'? So, I think it's fair to make a video and tell everybody what the fuck is actually going on instead of making people assume like they're doing. So let me start from the beginning. Basically, actually no, I'm gonna start with like an overview of like what's going on. I lost a bunch of fucking weight and I've been in a lot of pain, and yeah, I've been really lightheaded. I can't stand up. My body is super weak now. I lost 75 pounds in the last couple months, and wow, that sounds really crazy. Like, now that I'm actually like thinking about it and talking about it, like, that sounds fucking insane. But yeah. So basically, it started in January, like late January. I got bronchitis and I couldn't really eat a lot. My dumbass, I was smoking all the time. I was smoking every single day, all day. I only had a job on the weekends. I did not fucking care. So, like, I was looking for jobs, you know, I wasn't just being a lazy piece of shit, but like, and I had one job on the weekends, but yeah, nobody was responding. Nobody needed the help right now, because, you know, it's like, January, like, Christmas break is over now, like, Christmas is over, everything's over. So yeah, so when I got bronchitis, I started like getting blisters in the back of my throat because I was still smoking. I was eating reckless shit. Like, I was hurting myself, but I didn't really care. It was stupid. So I couldn't really eat, and I lost like maybe 5 pounds. That's when it basically started. February, I started getting really nauseous. I stayed up in Oneonta with my boyfriend for a couple months until he finished school. We'd come back on the weekends so we could both go to work, and so, you know, I could go home, see my family, whatever. But at the time, it was just bad headspace. I just didn't want to be in Sullivan County anymore. Like, I wanted to be out. I wanted to be away, doing my own thing, and so that's what I did. So we stayed up in the college for a couple months, and I started getting really nauseous. Like, I was eating better, you know, but then all of a sudden, like, I was just like, whoa, wait a second, like, that doesn't sound good to me anymore. So anything that we would eat, it was just like, and I just didn't want it. And I don't know why, because these were foods that I was eating all the fucking time. We ordered Domino's so much, and I love Domino's. Shout out to Domino's. Your pizza's valid. Gang. Anyway, so yeah, like, I remember one night we ordered Domino's, and Dawson went to go get it from the door. Like, they'll text you like, hey, we're here. So he ran out and he got the pizza, brought it back, and I was so fucking excited. I remember being so excited to eat this pizza. I was like, yo, I'm about to dog this shit. This smells fucking amazing. Like, let's fucking go. Like, I'm mad hungry. We opened up the pizza box and it just didn't look good. Like, I mean, it looked good, but it just didn't look good. You feel me? I don't know if you feel me, but I don't know. Like, it looked good, but then, like, as I was like, all right, now, like, thinking about eating this pizza, I was like, oh, my stomach hurts. Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Any like, talk about food or like thought about food, I was like sick to my stomach. I was like, oh my god, like, no. And then, like, it started being like, oh my god, like, what if there's something mentally wrong with me? Like, what if I'm like turning anorexic? Like, I've never liked my weight, but I would never resort to starving myself to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's just something in my head that was like, okay, no. And then as soon as I started smelling food, my stomach would just, it would just like, I just couldn't do it. And then anything that I did eat, I still forced myself to eat because deep down in, you know, in the back of my head, like, I knew I had to fucking eat. So I tried, like, forcing myself to eat, and it never really worked. Anything that I tried to eat, I would throw back up, not on purpose. It would just happen. I never made myself throw up. Let's make that very clear right now. I never took anything. So, you know, yeah. So in March, basically, I was at work one day, and I work at Agway. I work with pets, and I love my animals. I love that job. I've had it for a couple years now. And that was actually one of my very first jobs, and I still have it to this day. I only work on weekends, and it's great. But I remember I was at work one day, and it was like maybe early March, late March, middle March. It was definitely middle March. All of a sudden, like, I'm just working, you know, whatever, and the pain hits me like that, and I dropped. I dropped to the ground. And I started fucking bawling my eyes out. I had no idea, like, I felt like I was getting stabbed so many times a second, like, just right here, just right in my stomach. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And, like, all of a sudden I got really nauseous. I started throwing up everywhere. Like, it was horrible. Horrible. So I went to the bathroom and I was like, okay, maybe, you know, like, I just need to calm down. I ate something bad. I don't know what happened. And at this point, the pain didn't start until the beginning of March. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, I would get stomach aches, I would get stomach pains, but it wasn't like that severe pain. And then throughout March, and then I was kind of like, all right, well, this has been kind of an ongoing issue. I let it go and it got too bad. That's my fault. Now I should probably go to the doctor. I had not gone to the doctor yet. I was stupid. Like, I thought it was just a stomach bug. I thought it would just go away. You know, like, my immune system sucks ass. Anybody that knows me knows my immune system is ass. So I was trying to, like, you know, brush it off. I hate going to the hospital. I hate going to the doctor. They've never done anything for me. Clearly, they still don't. But yeah, so I was like, all right, I guess I should go to the hospital. And they tested me, like, they did my vitals and everything, like the basic stuff, and then they told me basically that there's nothing wrong with me and that I was lying because they couldn't prove that I was in pain and that there was something wrong with me. And as the doctor went to go walk out, the pain hit me again, and I was laying in the hospital bed, and I was laying like this, and I folded like that. It was just doop, like, my knees were to my chest. I was crying. I was a fucking mess. Like, and my mom just looked at me like, oh my God, this is my daughter. This is my fucking baby. Like, what do I do? You should see the look on my mom, or the look on my mom's face. She looks heartbroken all the time. She knows that I'm in pain, and she knows that, like, she can't do anything to fix it. And watching her hurt because of me hurts me. So it's like, it gets really hard. But yeah, basically, they told me nothing was wrong with me first. So I was like, all right, cool, you know, like, I'll just keep taking Advil and Tylenol and ibuprofen and whatever, like, maybe it'll just go away. Then rumors started going around because that's when I really started losing weight, and I lost like 10 more pounds in February. March came around, I lost like 15 more pounds, and at the end of January was when I started getting a lot of questions and assumptions thrown at me, literally thrown at me. And somebody told my sister and my mother that I was doing drugs to lose weight. And I'm not really a homebody type of kid. Like, I am, but I'm not. Like, I'm not the, woo, let's go out, let's go party, let's go do this type anymore. I used to be really outgoing, and I would still be outgoing, you know, like, I would still go see my friends at parties and whatever. I just can't. Physically, I can't. I can't stand up for more than like 15 minutes at a time, or I drop, just because I get lightheaded. It's really hard. But yeah, so there's been a lot of rumors that I've been doing drugs. There was rumors that I was doing coke. There was rumors that I was doing heroin. There was rumors that I was snorting, I don't know. There's been rumors that I've been taking pills and everything just to make me lose weight. And somebody actually asked my mom, because at the beginning of this, I knew that I was getting too big, and I knew that, like, I needed to do something about it. So I started working out. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start eating right. I'm gonna start working out, and this is like, things are gonna go good. You know, like, I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna be good. So I started, like, you know, doing that. And then I stopped working out because of the pain, but nobody really knew that I stopped working out, I guess. And somebody went to my mom and told my mom that I was working out excessively, and they were worried about how much I was working out, and, you know, dumb shit. Like, this was nobody else's business at this point. Like, I had not shared it with anybody. Like, people were simply just assuming. So, yeah, April, I was still looking for a job during this point in time. Like, even though I was sick, I still needed money. I still have my bills to pay, you know, like, so around April, I got a job at Sullivan Arc. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's working with disabled people. I was a day hab provider, and which is like, I don't work in their houses, but I work at basically where they go during the day. It's kind of like daycare, I guess you could say, for the disabled people. But I loved my job. If there was a job for me, that would be it, and I love it. I was only there for 4 months, unfortunately. And due to medical reasons, because I couldn't perform my daily tasks anymore, I got too sick, I had to quit. And that was one of the hardest things that I had to do because I loved my job. My guys were my best friends. They were like my children. They were everything to me when I was at work. And I really genuinely loved them. And not being able to do my job that I waited so long to start doing. It took 3 months for me to get into my job, for me to actually start. It really hurts my heart because those were my guys, you know, like those were my babies. I took care of them every single day, and I was only there for 4 months, and it's crazy how much they meant to me already. Like, they still mean to me. And I actually went to go see them a couple weeks ago, right before I got my surgery. I got my surgery a week ago today. I got a laparoscopy. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but they cut straight through my belly button here, and then they cut down here, right there. But they only had to do 2 because they didn't find anything while they were looking. So yeah, that sucks. So yeah, but basically in April, that's when I started working, and they started doing more tests. I went to a GI doctor in Monticello. I finally found one. I got into one, and he basically didn't really do much for me. His answer was trial and error, and I felt bad one day. I kind of like bugged out on him because after so many trial and errors, when's it gonna start helping? When's it gonna start working? When are we actually gonna start finding answers? I had none. And at this point, it had been going on for 4 or 5 months now, and I was like, all right, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I've lost, like, 30 pounds, like, 40 pounds, like, what's going on? Yeah, so in May and June was when, like, a lot of testing had gone on. I had gone back and forth to the doctor so many times. I had seen multiple different doctors at the hospital. I'd seen multiple different doctors just to do my testing. I've talked to this person and that person and this one, and nobody knows anything. So, I got a, what's it called? Endoscopy. They put a camera down my throat and whatever. They did biopsies, like they took little pieces of my insides, I guess you could say. I don't fucking know, I didn't feel it, I was asleep. But, yeah, so this is like, you know, keeps going on. They didn't find anything with any of my test results, not one positive answer. I've gone for blood work 8 or 9 times now, like different times, and they've taken like 4 or 5 vials of blood each time. They test me for like 10 to 12 different things each time they test me, and nothing has come up, and it's really, like, it really fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks. So yeah, they did this laparoscopy to see if I had endometriosis, or, you know, if they could, like, see anything and find anything, and they didn't find anything. So, you know, that's kind of what I was expecting. Like, at this point, I've been trying to stay positive for so long. Like, I really have. And I'm like, all right, okay. Like, my positivity was, actually, I'm lying. My positivity was down here first. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm fucking dying. What the fuck? So then I was like, you know what? I gotta be positive. I gotta think positive, keep my head high, and things are gonna go good. Like, I gotta think good, be good, everything's gonna go good. That's not the case. That didn't fucking happen. So I guess I'm, like, kind of back here now. I've been trying so hard to stay positive, but it's really, really hard to stay positive when I'm not getting any positive answers. So it's like, but yeah. So I quit my job. I quit ARC in about August, I think. I loved my supervisor, Whitney. She was amazing. She was the most she was the most hardworking woman that I know, and she's only like 24 maybe, I don't remember. But Whitney, if you ever watch this, shout out to you. You're fucking amazing at what you do. Never give up, never stop doing what you do. You're fucking amazing. Now we're in September, and I weigh 115. And I'm skin and bones, I feel. My cheeks sinking. I hate that. Let me tell you about My clothes. Oh my gosh, my clothes. I have so many. I need to get rid of them. So when this issue started happening, right, like I started telling my mom, like, oh, I was losing weight, whatever. So we all went shopping. We went shopping for new clothes. So I was like, bet, say that, I'm gonna have new clothes, I'm gonna look bad, whatever, you know, gang. I was single technically at the time. But, you know, shout out Dawson, I love you. But yeah, no, so I was like, bet, say that, I'm getting new clothes, like, gang. So I was fly. Got a whole new wardrobe, I blew like $600-700, like, I was fucking fly. And they were all like mediums. And now I'm an extra small and can't wear any of them. That's awesome. So, yeah, at first in January I was like an extra large, like a large, extra large, like between there. Now I'm an extra small, so like I have every size of so many fucking clothes because nothing fits, and I had to keep going shopping again and again and again. And I started drinking Ensure, and like it gives me the nutrients that I need, kind of like helps me keep a little bit of weight on, like whatever. So I started drinking them, and I started gaining the weight back. So I was like, bet, I'm going to be able to fit in these clothes again, you know, like I'm going to gain my weight back at least to like 130, 140, where I wanted to be in the, you know, in the first place. So I was like, all right, bet, you know, but the insurance stopped working, unfortunately, and I'm now, you know. But yeah, that's kind of, it's kind of where I'm at. Like, I just got my laparoscopy a week ago today. I don't know if I said that yet. If I did, I'll probably just cut this out, but maybe not. But yeah, like, it's really been a long struggle. Like, it's been a really hard thing to deal with, and I feel so bad for my boyfriend because, oh my god, am I a raging fucking cunt sometimes, I swear to god. Like, I feel so bad for him, and like, I don't mean to do it, and he knows that I don't mean to do it, but like, sometimes I'm just in pain, and I'm cranky, and I'm just, and like, yeah, and I don't know how he deals with me, honestly. I guess it's a good thing that he's in love with me, but yeah, I mean, he really does a lot for me, and he really does take care of me, and I really wouldn't be able to be doing what I do, and like, I really wouldn't be here right now, honestly, if it wasn't for him. Like, he really does take care of me every day. He makes sure that I'm good every day. Like, I love the shit out of this kid. I can't even front. I really do. And it's like, if I'm down on the floor, he'll pick me up and make sure I'm comfortable. If I'm throwing up in the bathroom, this kid does not do throw up. If I'm throwing up in the bathroom, he will help me. He will rub my back and look the other way if he has to. Like, I could not ask for anybody better, and I'm so thankful. I really am. But now that you guys know everything, hope you enjoyed as much as you can, I guess. But yeah, like, any questions, like, people just kind of assume, and like, I don't know if you guys think that you just can't bring it up to me. I don't know if you guys think that, like, I'm gonna snap at you if you ask. Like, that's not how it's gonna happen. Like, if you have a question, just ask. I'd rather somebody ask than assume, because assuming makes an ass out of you and me, so let's not. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed, and have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. I think we're supposed to get thunderstorms up here later. I don't know where y'all are at, but yeah, so peace out.